Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be creating this fresh faced springtime glam. I really love this look so much. Perfect for the spring weather that we're having at the moment in Melbourne, Australia. Today we've created a really beautiful soft pink eye with a smoky wing and paired it with a really beautiful nude pink lip. I love the fact that the pinks that we've used are very muted, so it makes it a very wearable look. And I feel as though I'm not wearing any foundation at all on my skin, which is a real bonus. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. Okay, let's get this show on the road. I'm going to start off first with a little bit of skin prep. The first product that I'm going to go in with is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base from Bobbi Brown. I've gone through pots and pots of this. It's the most beautiful base to put on underneath makeup. So moisturizing and invigorating. I'm just going to pop this all over my face and make sure that I rub it in so that it's nice and well absorbed. Next product we're going in with is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base. Just popping a little bit under both eyes and rubbing it in. I find that it makes my eyes really smooth and hydrated for makeup. So the next step we're going in with is foundation. Because this is a summery, fresh-faced glam, I really wanted a really light base. So I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, the oil-free. I'm using the shade 1N2 Vanille, and I'm going in with my Peaches and Cream PC03 brush, just starting from the center parts of the face and working my way around and blending it in. I love this brush just because it's so fluffy and it really provides a light application of the product, just because I don't want my base to look too heavy or too cakey. And I love the finish of this foundation. It's so light for daytime wear and for summer wear. So I feel as though this upcoming summer, this is the product of choice that I'm going to be using for sure. So the next product we're going to go in with is the Magic Touch Concealer from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I'm just popping it onto the usual places that I like to conceal, which is the inner corners of my eyes, as well as any sort of blemishes that I'm finding around my face, and a little bit into the center parts of my face just to help brighten those areas. Using my Peaches and Cream PC23 brush, I'm just blending in place so that the product is absorbed into the skin to give me good coverage. I really love this yellow shade just because it's got a beautiful brightening effect on my skin. The next step that I like to do is go in with my beauty sponge. This is from Model Rock, it's their Base Maker sponges. And what I like to do is just go around and lightly tap on my skin where I've applied the concealer so that it blends right into the foundation and it all looks lovely and seamless. Next product that we're going in with is a favorite of mine. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer in the shade Golden Tan. So I'm just applying it to the usual areas that I like to bronze, which is sort of underneath my cheekbones, around the perimeters of my face, and a little bit along the sides of my nose as well. Okay, moving on to cream blush. I'm using a new favorite of mine. It's the Makeup by Mario Soft Coral Soft Pop Blush Stick. I absolutely love this. It's so creamy and easy to apply. I just pop it straight onto the skin as a stick and then blend it out with my PC21 brush. I own two of these brushes because I love them so much. So whilst we haven't put any powder products on our face yet, we're going to go straight in with highlighter. We're going in with Makeup by Mario's Soft Glow Highlighter in the shade Pearl. I really love this shade and the finish of this product. It reminds me so much of Becca's Champagne Pop, which is my holy grail favorite. Next, we're going to be setting the areas where we applied concealer with some loose translucent powder. This is from Laura Mercier, and we're popping that along the areas where we applied the concealer before. I love this powder and applying a really thin amount of it because it sets the area beautifully. It gives a beautiful airbrushed effect across the areas and keeps those areas really matte. The next product we're going to go in with in order to set the rest of my face is the Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. This is in the shade number 3. I love this powder because I use it to the outside perimeters of my face in order to create a little bit of a glow, but because it's ultra sheer, it's not adding too much product onto my skin and creating yet another layer. In order to keep with our fresh-faced, glowing springtime look, I'm going to go in with an absolute favorite of mine from Hourglass Cosmetics. It's their Ambient Lighting Palette, the Volume 2. This is the most beautiful shimmery bronze, and I love popping this on top of my cream bronzer just so that I can set the areas but still provide a really beautiful glow to the skin. So the next thing we're going to do is set the areas where we applied the cream blush. We're going to go in with the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Powder Blush in the shade Creamy Peach. So going in with my PC21 brush from Peaches and Cream, I'm applying this exactly where we put the cream blush before. So that is right on top of the bronzer, alongside my cheekbones there, on either side, into my temples as well, and on top of my nose as well. Okay, skin is officially completed. We're going to go next in with eyes. We're going to set our eyelids first with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 02. Going in with my PC35 brush from Peaches and Cream, we're just going to apply that all over the lids, and this helps to cancel out any redness, blueness, veins, or any discoloration in your eyelids and creates the most perfect base for eyeshadow. So moving into eyeshadow now, we're going to be using a Clientele palette from Be Perfect Cosmetics and Makeup with Jar. Using the shades Blush and Sweet As, going in with my MAC 217S brush, and I'm just going to tap this along my whole mobile lid space right into the crease. So now turning that blending brush upside down, I'm just going to use that clean side in order to blend off the edges of that pink shadow. So now going in with the shade Blush alone, I'm using my PC10 brush in order to blend off the edges of those original 2 shades that we applied all over the mobile lid, and we're just blending that right into the brow bone. Then reaching back into my MAC 2127 brush, I'm just going to carefully apply the original shades back in without even re-dipping into the palette, and then re-blending it out with my PC10 brush. Going in with my PC14 smudger brush, I'm just going to apply both those shades underneath my eye just to balance out the colors from top to bottom. Using one of my favorite brushes now from Morphe, this is the M160, the 1/8 brush. So this is the really tiny liner brush. So we're going to go in with the shades Too Much and Just Black, and we're going to run that along our lash line and create a tiny little flick at the end of the eye. And then connecting that to the top of my lash line and into the inner corners of my eye. I like to create both wings on either side first before I continue to make the shape of the eye, just because I find it easier to create an even line on both sides first. And I just keep dipping into the palette and adding on thickness and blending it out until I'm happy with the way that it's looking. So the next step we're going to do is create a little bit of brightness into the eye. So we're going to go in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Exit. This is a pure white liner, and I'm just going to run this along the insides of my waterline underneath my eye in order to create a really open, bright-eyed effect. Next step is going in with lashes. We're going to use the Style 259 from Model Rock Lashes. This is one of my favorite pairs ever. Using the Duo Lash Glue in Dark, we're going to apply this on top of the lashes right into the center and then secure it from either side. So next thing, while the lashes are drying, we're going to go in with brows. We're going to use my Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit in the shade 4.5, and all I'm just going to do is brush up my brows, line underneath and fill in any missing gaps, and then go straight into the top and do the same thing as well. Because this is a fresh springtime glowy look, I kind of want my brows to be light as well. I do have a lot of areas to fill, so it's a little bit hard for me to leave them really light and fluffy. However, I do want to keep as little amount of product as possible whilst keeping them looking full. So brows are on, lashes are dry. Next step we're going to go in with is mascara. We're using the Lash Idol mascara from Lancome. I really love this mascara just because it's got a really fine applicator so that I can really fan out through my lashes without them going clumpy. Moving on to lips now, I really wanted to pair a lovely pink nude lip with the eye. So we're going in with Morphe lip pencil in the shade Bay. I absolutely love this muted pink shade, and just lining the edges of my lips all the way around from top to bottom. Lips are all lined, so we're going to go in now with some lipstick. We're going to use the MAC matte lipstick in the shade Myrrh. This is such a beautiful muted pink shade. This is a real popular bridal shade in my kit. I've gone through tubes and tubes of this one. Just lining along the edges of my lips and filling in into the actual lip as well. So there we have it, guys. This is the final look. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think it's really fitting for the spring season that we're having at the moment. I love the skin. It feels really light and fresh. I feel like I'm not wearing anything at all on my face, which is a real plus as well. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and a comment in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to all of you. Also, if you enjoyed this makeup tutorial, please consider subscribing to my channel. We've got lots and lots of content to come. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you for the next one. Bye.